What's up, everybody? It is your boy Baddog here with another New York Giants video. As always, thank you for clicking on the video. Really do appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. It helps me out. Hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring the bell. Giants, according to calculations, have a 90% chance of making the postseason. Obviously, a huge game against the Minnesota Vikings coming up on Saturday. And there are a couple of scenarios in which the Giants can actually clinch a playoff berth and have all us Giants fans have a very Merry Christmas. The Giants beat Minnesota, and 2 out of these 3 teams lose, the Lions, the Seahawks, or Washington. If 2 of those 3 teams lose and we win, we're in. We have a very good chance to make the postseason for the first time in 6 years, and it feels damn good right now. I'm very excited about that. So hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Come along for the Giants ride. Let's get a postseason game or 2. That'd be pretty awesome. Bring some excitement back to the Giants. You know, at the beginning of the year, I did a video about the cult of Daniel Jones, and pretty much talking about how some guys just, no matter how many faults Daniel Jones has, or no matter how many bad plays he made or bad decisions he made, people just wouldn't criticize him. Right? They would make excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, and some were warranted. There's no question about it. But my point about that video is there's just some people that would never criticize him. Me, certainly, I have criticized Daniel Jones in the past. And if he plays poorly on Saturday, say he has a really bad game, I'll say he sucked today. I have no problem doing that. But this year, I felt like Daniel Jones is a lot better. I feel like he's improving in the pocket. I feel like his pocket awareness is better. He's cut down turnovers. He's had 5 game-winning drives. The kid has trash around him. Okay, he literally, I don't want to call the guys trash. I shouldn't say trash, but nicer term, practice squad players, guys that would not be starting on another team in the NFL. Mishmash offensive line, terrible interior offensive line. And on top of that, he's had a ton of injuries to deal with as far as that goes. So think about how low level our talent was on offense to begin the year, and then think about all the guys that get hurt. So there's people actually worse playing right now than our original starters. Okay. Daniel Jones has a lot of inconsistency throughout his career. 3 offensive coordinators, 3 head coaches, 2 GMs. God knows how many linemen, how many receivers. And, you know, it's a legitimate reason why perhaps he's been inconsistent. But there's another group of people, man. The freaking Daniel Jones haters. These people just will not give him any credit. No matter what he does, no matter how many touchdowns he throws or doesn't throw, or how many rushing touchdowns he has, or how many game-winning drives he has, or no matter how hard he works, no matter how hard and much he's improved, no matter how much respect he has in the locker room, there's just a certain group of people that just say, this guy sucks, get rid of him. He sucks. He's terrible. He can't win. He can't do anything. The whole thing was he can't win games. Now they're 8-5-1. Now he's not throwing enough touchdowns. He's not running for enough touchdowns. He's not Pat Mahomes. He's trash. Get rid of him. I don't know why I go on Twitter. I really don't. Because Twitter is just a cesspool of freaking dumbassery. Okay, if that's even a word. Okay, a lot of uneducated buffoons on Twitter. I don't know why I hurt myself mentally going there. You lose brain cells when you read tweets from some people. You just do. I hear all this Anthony Richardson shit constantly. And the funny thing is, most people tweeting about Anthony Richardson have probably never actually watched him play a game in Florida. It's just a popular name that you hear. And everybody that hates Daniel Jones, oh, Anthony Richardson's Josh Allen. Why does everybody have to be compared to Josh Allen? Do you think Josh Allen's just grow on trees? Oh, he's going to be Josh Allen. Oh, sure he will, because so many Josh Allens have been there before, and so many Josh Allens have come after Josh Allen. Why does Daniel Jones need to be Josh Allen? Why does he need to be Pat Mahomes? Why does it need to be Justin Herbert? Would that be awesome? Sure it would. But what the hell makes you think that if they draft a quarterback that he's going to be better than Daniel Jones? You don't know that. I don't know that. Hell, the GM don't know that. They think they know that. Some guy said, on Twitter, because I said something about Daniel Jones, and some guy responded, it really hurt the Chiefs drafting a rookie quarterback. The Chiefs had been in the playoffs for years before they drafted Pat Mahomes. The Giants, before this year, had won 22 games in 5 years, tied for worst with the Jets in the NFL over that span. Daniel Jones is throwing to Darius Slayton, who, if he didn't take a pay cut, wasn't going to be on the team. He's throwing to Richie James. He's throwing to Marcus Johnson. He's throwing to Isaiah Hodgins, who was a throwaway. These are the guys he's throwing to. He's got Feliciano and Glowinski in front of him. He's dealt with injury after injury after injury. So people are really talking about, let's trade up and get Anthony Richardson because he's Josh Allen. If you think he's Josh Allen, he ain't falling into the 20s. So you have to trade up and give a future draft capital, probably a first-round pick, at the very least, at least one first-round pick, and you're going to take a kid fresh out of college and put him into the NFL, into the situation that Daniel Jones is in? A good quarterback elevates the players around him. I got news for you. I think Daniel Jones does elevate the talent that he has around him, because that isn't really talent. I don't understand. I've never seen a more polarizing guy in my life. Maybe this was the case when Eli Manning first got here. Social media was not as rampant as it is now. I think when Eli Manning was drafted, MySpace was the big thing. There was no Twitter. I don't believe YouTube was around in 2004. If it was, it was in its infancy. There was no Instagram. I don't know if there was Facebook. I don't remember. I don't remember the things that were around 2004. It was a long time ago. But social media certainly wasn't as big as it is now. So maybe it was. But I don't ever remember people, ripping at Eli Manning. Outside of the one time I saw the dude burn the jersey after, because I was at that game where he threw 3 pick sixes to Minnesota and we lost 42-17. I remember seeing a dude burn his jersey in 2007 and we went on to win the Super Bowl. The one thing I'll say, and I'm not comparing Daniel Jones to Eli Manning at all, because he's not Eli Manning and he shouldn't be compared to Eli Manning. They're two totally different quarterbacks. The only connection is Cutcliffe and the Giants. There is no other connection, right? But Eli Manning was set up pretty good when he got here. They went out and they got him Plexico Burst. They had Jeremy Shockey. They had a really good offensive line. They had Tiki Barber, who's a Hall of Fame running back, in my opinion. They drafted some kid named Brandon Jacobs. Ernie Accorsi set that team up really well for Eli to succeed. And he didn't have a good 2004 season as a rookie. The Giants didn't have a really good season overall, but they were 5-4 before Eli Manning took over. And Kurt Warner, they took Kurt Warner out, let Eli play. 2005, they won the division at 11-5. Granted, they got killed in the postseason that year. They were 8-8 in 2006. It's not great, but they made the postseason again. And then 2007, they won a Super Bowl. In 2008, they were in the playoffs. So Eli got here in a good situation, and he elevated the team, and he won a Super Bowl, and they were constantly in the postseason. They were constantly one of the best teams in the NFL. Well, Daniel Jones hasn't had that luxury. Daniel Jones didn't come into the situation Eli Manning came to and do. Daniel Jones didn't I never thought I'd be sitting here making a video sticking up for Daniel Jones. This is the last thing of my... Going into the year, there's no way in December, going on Christmas, I'd actually sit here thinking I'm making this video about Daniel Jones. You're making excuses. Well, I don't understand this shit. You're making excuses. How are facts excuses? Please tell me. Please tell me how factual evidence is an excuse. It's not an excuse. Maybe Daniel Jones, maybe they keep Daniel Jones for 3 years or 2 more years. And maybe they do get talent around him. And maybe he still isn't any better. And then hey, he ain't the guy. But for once, I don't want to have to address the quarterback situation. For once, I'd like Daniel Jones to be under the same coordinator and head coach, same system, with a GM and an assistant GM that seem to know what the hell they're doing, with a GM and assistant GM that have 11 draft picks and a lot more freaking cap space to make moves. You ain't got to give him a franchise quarterback deal. You can give him 3 years and then move on, because I got news for you, man. That guy's going to have some kind of market. There will be teams interested in Daniel Jones. Some of you guys that hate on him all the time, just thinking, oh, he sucks. Anthony Richardson's a god. Anthony Richardson. Daniel Jones sucks. He can't do this. He can't do that. Oh, and they're being facetious. Oh, Daniel Jones won the game. Daniel Jones won the game because of the defense. Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. The guy's a giant, man. Have I been critical of Daniel Jones? Yeah, I've been critical of Daniel Jones. Am I critical of the Giants when they suck? Yeah, I'm critical of the Giants when they suck. But I don't root against them. And I'm not rooting for them to fail. I root my ass off for him to succeed every freaking game, which is why when he didn't, I got pissed off. I love the team. I'm not a player guy. I say that all the time. I just don't understand why some people just hate him blindly. Just like I didn't understand why some people loved him blindly. I guess I don't understand people that go to those extremes. And I'm an extreme guy. When I do certain things, like for instance, my diet is extreme. That's just me. But I don't understand how you just can't say, he's been good here, he's been bad here. He had a good game. He's got potential. He can't do this well, but he can do this well. I don't know. I don't understand. But like I said, I've just never seen anything like this. The hate that Daniel Jones gets from some people for no reason is ridiculous. He has improved. Is he going to be an elite quarterback? Probably not. But you can win with him. You're not winning in spite of him. He's not costing the Giants games with bad turnovers. He used to. He's improved. You know, Danny dink and dunk, Danny check down, Danny this. Listen, I was getting frustrated with that game too. I was getting frustrated with the 4-yard. I'm not going to lie. I was sick and tired of watching a 4-yard check down. I was sick of it. I didn't like it. It was frustrating me. But you know why they did it? Because they can't block for him. Because he has no time when he drops back to pass. Brian Daboll and company say, listen, this is the best way. This is the best way for our offense to succeed with what our offense is. But you telling me if Daniel Jones had Philadelphia's offensive line and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, I'm going to just kind of mix them together. But tell me that if he had the pieces that Philadelphia has, that he would still be the same quarterback. If you could honestly sit there and think that Daniel Jones' stats would be the same if he played on the Philadelphia Eagles as opposed to the Giants, you're crazy. I don't know what else to tell you. And I'm not taking anything away from Jalen Hurts at all. Jalen Hurts had a great year, and he's much better in the pocket than I thought he'd be. Okay, I didn't think that Jalen Hurts would ever be able to throw from the pocket or be accurate down the field, and he is. He worked at it. He got better. So I just find that funny because I was completely wrong about Jalen Hurts. And when he first got to the league, he couldn't do those things. But he worked on it. He got a better team around him, and he got better. Why the hell can't Daniel Jones do that? Why do you think Daniel Jones can't do that? Daniel Jones can run. Jalen Hurts can run. Jalen Hurts doesn't have the strongest arm in the league. Daniel Jones doesn't have the strongest arm in the league. But Jalen Hurts is playing like an MVP, right? It's amazing what happens when you get a Devontae Smith and an A.J. Brown and a Dallas Goedert and a Miles Sanders and a damn good offensive line. It's amazing how much of a leap a quarterback can take. So why can't we just ignore the quarterback situation? We're 8-5-1 with nothing around them. We're only going to get better as we get cap flexibility and more draft picks. So if we're 8-5-1 with this squad, what could we be in the future with a better squad? If you don't like Daniel Jones, I get it. If you want to move on from Daniel Jones, I get it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I understand. I don't have faith in it. I get it. But God Almighty, the hate, I hate him. He sucks. Just guys constantly. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. And I wanted to get that out there because I played devil's advocate the first time around when I said there was a cult for Daniel Jones. And now I just want to talk about the people that just blindly hate him. And it's a small group of people. It might be 5 to 10% of the fan base. And then maybe 5% of the fan base that's the other way, that no matter what he does, they'll never blame him for anything. So there's that small percentage that won't blame him for anything, and there's that small percentage that I'm talking about now that won't give him credit for anything. And I'll be honest, I'd much rather have the guys that won't blame him for anything than the guys that just blindly hate the player when he's definitely improved and he's definitely gotten better, and the Giants have gotten better with him there. So anyway, that's all I got in this video. Had to rant a little bit. It is what it is. I'll be live for the Lakers later. Hopefully I see you there. If not, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Bad Diggity Dizzle, gone. Peace.